Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. I am Rue, and today we are continuing on with my series where I use every single shade in every single palette in my collection, and today we are playing with the Ladybug Glow Floresta Inverno palette. Now this one was gifted to me from the brand, which I am just always going to be so unbelievably grateful for, but I do like to make sure you are aware when I am purchasing something with my own money versus having something gifted to me. And this was sent to me, and I am so excited to be playing with it some more in this video. So yeah, with that said, I will also quickly mention I do have a code now with Ladybug Glow. If you did decide you wanted to pick anything up, you are welcome to use code GURU. I'll include it just in the corner. Don't feel pressured to. It is affiliated, so I would get a little bit of kickback if anyone uses it, but it also saves you 10%. But again, only do so if you truly want to. So with that said, let's go ahead and hop into look number one. Hey guys, so for this first look, I'm not really sure what I want to do, so I'm just gonna start dipping into colors and see what I feel like. Let's go ahead and start with this little lavender shade. This is called Wisteria, and I just want to pop that in my brow bone. So I'm just going to run that along my brow bone. I don't want to pull it down too much. I'm gonna have it kind of align where my nose bridge starts. Now I think I want to go in let's start with Frigid. So I'm just picking Frigid up on a fluffy brush, and let's run it into the crease, maybe to about halfway. I still don't know what I feel like doing, so I'm just kind of starting and seeing what happens. I really like this shade. It's like a purple leaning brown. It works really well with this palette. I'm gonna go back in with that first brush and just work on these edges just so they blend really nicely. Ooh, maybe I haven't done this. I don't know if I've done it at all, but let's also pull it. I've seen some people do it where they put the same shade out here and in there and then put something in the middle, and it looks really cool. So let's just place that same shade on this outer edge. I don't know if I've ever tried this on myself. And again, just trying to make sure those edges are really nice and soft. All right, do I want to add a little bit of depth? Because we could go in to Mulberry. Maybe I'll just add a little bit. Just trying to decide what brush would be the best to keep that really placed where I want it. But we're just going to go in with one of my small fluffy brushes. And I'm just going to deepen up the very outer and actually like the very inner. Just where this corner, where this crease is on the very inner part here, and just out here. Then I'm just picking up a little bit more Frigid just to help blend them together. And then I need to find my glitter primer. All right, so we've got my Unearthly Glimmer Grass. So I'm just gonna get a little bit put on the back of my hand, and then on this less dense flat brush, it's a little bit almost on the fluffy end. I basically just want to follow this line that I created in between those two shades, and I'm just gonna gently pull it out so that it kind of starts to go over each side as well. And then I kind of want to put, I was thinking either Frosty or Floresta, but I think we're actually gonna go with Frosty. Just something really bright and contrasted. Just making sure there's no creasing. I think that looks really cool. And then I think I want to bring Allium on the lower lash line. I don't know why, but that's what I want to do. So I'm going to grab a little bit more of that glitter primer that I have on the back of my hand, and using an angled brush, I'm just going to pull that along the lower lash line. Oh, that was such a good idea. I wanted something different from what I've done because I've already played with this palette a decent bit since I got it. Not like a ton, but a decent little bit here. And I just wanted something different from what I've done already, and I think this is it. And pulling Allium. all the way along that lower lash line. Oh, that's such a pretty shade. I could have put any of the shimmers in the center here, but I rarely do one of the lightest shades because I usually save the lightest shades for my inner corner and my brow bone. But I just wanted something different today, and I'm really glad I did that. That said, now I don't know what I'm going to put on the inner corner and brow bone yet, but I love this. I got shimmer in my eyeball. And I just want to make sure it's as close to that lash line as possible so that blending whatever I put in my waterline is easier. My moisturizer feels more tacky today than normal. I don't know why. It's the same moisturizer I've been using and loving for a while. I'm just touching up Frigid, just right beside where that shimmer is. And I'm just going back in with the brush that I picked up, this lavender shade, Wisteria, and just softening everything up. I love that. I am noticing I'm not getting quite the pigment I want right here. But just based on how this palette has performed with other looks as well as with everywhere else on this look, I think it's probably just my eye. Maybe it's like a dry spot or something. I'm just adding a little bit more of that really deep purple mulberry just to re-intensify it. And same with on this outer edge. So I'm grabbing a little bit more glitter primer, and I want to keep it pretty tight this time. Usually I'll like pull it to meet with the shimmer on my lid, but because of how I did that, I don't want it to meet up. I'm also going to glitter prime my brow bone because I do still want, but again, I want it a little bit tighter than I normally do it. Just a little bit more controlled, I guess. And we're going in to Flora. And then I'll probably top that with a glitter of some sort. One of my Glitterly Obsessed from Colourpop's, most likely. Oh, another stunning shade. I'm really glad I used Frosty so it could have like a full moment though. And I'm also just applying Flora to the brow bone. Alrighty guys, I think that's going to be the completed eyeshadow portion of the look. So I'm going to hop off, finish everything else off, and then I'll come show you when it's complete. Alrighty guys, we are back with the completed look. So let's go ahead and talk about how I finished it. I'm going to start with saying I love how it turned out. I'm so excited. I'm going out to dinner and a movie with some coworkers, and I love how this look turned out. So for the rest of the face, I went in with my e.l.f. Suntouchable primer. This is my primer that I like to use if I need to know my makeup's gonna work out. I kind of went with products that I knew would work well together because I've tried and tested them. I went in with my e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. This one is in, I think, Fair Neutral, but I'm not sure just because the sticker peeled off forever ago. For cream blush and highlight, I went in with the Beauty Creations in Unforgettable Night, along with my Moonslicebeauty highlight stick in Girlypop. Once those were all laid down, I went in with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Loose Setting Powder. This is in Translucent. For my powder blush and highlight, I went in with my Gamebeauty X Persona 5 collection in Noir. I just wanted to kind of pull that purple in with the eye look. And then I did want a nice cool highlight, so I went in with this Wet n Wild one. This is the one I'm trying to use up because it's quite old and broken, and unfortunately there's no shade name on it anymore, so I can't tell you what shade it is. To finish off the rest of the eyes, I went in with two eyeliners on my waterline. I started with Piggy Bank from Colourpop, and then I topped it with the Illuminati cream gel liner in Air. This one I usually top on a black one, but I wanted to try it with the purple one, and it's not a very big difference, but I was happy with either option, so that was good to test out. I did also go in with one of my Glitterly Obsessed, pop the cap off. This is the one that I put it on my brow bone and inner corner, and this one is in Roller Disco. For the little bit of graphic liner that I did, I went in with my Hip Dot X My Chemical Romance eyeliner pen. One side, this side does not work at all. I just can't use it anymore. It's super patchy and just doesn't draw. So I go in with this chunky side actually, and it seems to work pretty well still, so I'll definitely be able to use that up. For For my brows, I just went in with my Essence Eyebrow Designer in Brown 02, and the gems are all just off Amazon with just a little dab of lash glue. My mascara is from Zisa Cosmetics. It's the navy one that I got in an Eyescream Beauty Box. That's all I can tell you because the rest's not in English, unfortunately. For my lips, I went in with one of my Unearthly lip pencils. This one is in Char. And then I went in with one of my Blend Funny matte lip creams. This one is in Runaway. And I feel like it matches the mattes that I had on my lid really, really well. So that is everything I used to finish off this look. Let's go ahead and hop into the next one. Alrighty guys, so for look number 2, we have to use up Salvia, Inverno, and Mist, but I'm also going to throw Frigid in my brow bone. So what we're going to do is throw Frigid in first, and then we're going to go, I think, Salvia on the inner part, blend it into Inverno, and then blend it into Mist on the outer edge. That's what I'm thinking. So I don't want Frigid to be too pigmented, so I'm going in with a very fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna pick up a tiny bit of product at a time and run it along that brow bone. This is probably enough product. I just want to try and make sure it's blended out enough. Okay, I think that's a good start. Now I'm going into Salvia, which is that burgundy kind of berry shade, and we're just gonna pop that in that first third of the crease and lid. All right, we'll touch up the blend once everything is placed. I just want to get everything pretty happy with where it's at. So I'm picking up Inverno now, and we're going to place that in the middle. I'll probably be covering that lid up with shimmer anyways, but I'm just going to place the mattes all the way throughout this time around, just because I'm not 100% sure what I want to do. And again, I'm just getting that blend started. We'll do any touch-ups once everything is placed and I'm happy with it. And going into Mist. And we're just placing that on the outer edge. Now I'm going to get that blend how I want it, so I'm just going to go in between the shades and just blend until I'm happy. Going back into Inverno and Salvia. Now I'm just picking up that first brush that I used for Frigid, and I just want to soften all the edges. I did not pick up extra product for this step. I'll have to clean up most of the fallout once I pull that tape off, but I just got the worst of it out of the way. Now I need to decide what I want to do. I'm thinking we'll go in with Frosty on the inner corner and kind of pull it in about a third, and then the other 2/3 will go in with Floresta on that crease, and then I'll probably go in with Flora on the brow bone and in the center of the lower lash line, and then I'm actually thinking I'll go in either with Mulberry or with Wisteria on either side. I'm not 100% sure yet. So let's just get the inner corner and the crease situated. So I'm going to go in with some Glimmer Grasp, and I'm starting with a nice small brush just because I'm going to get the inner corner primed here first. And I'm pretty much going to pull it just to about here for that first shade. But we're just going to glitter prime that whole lid. So picking up some more on a slightly bigger brush. I think I picked up too much. Oopsies. And I think I'm gonna bring that other shimmer to about here. So I'm gonna start with what I say Frosty, and we're gonna pop that into the inner corner and pull it up onto the lid ever so slightly. And now I'm going into Floresta. And we're gonna pop that everywhere else that I put that glitter primer. All the different colors and the sparkles. Oh, so beautiful. I feel like I want a little pop of like brightness. So I think we're gonna go in with Wisteria, just because this is a pretty dark look already. So going into Wisteria and pulling that all the way along that lower lash line. And I'm going in with just a little bit more of my glitter primer. And we're gonna prime just in the center. And then I'm also going to glitter prime that brow bone. And going into Flora this time and popping that on the brow bone. And also popping Flora in that center of the lower lash line here. All right, I'm just gonna go back into Wisteria, the lavender shade, just to kind of blend that shimmer into itself or into the matte a little bit. Make it a little more of a nice fade. Just cleaning up some of that fallout so that we can get a good look at how the makeup look is coming together. I will say I want to touch up Inverno just a little bit, just repacking that shade on, which happens pretty often once you put a shimmer down. Alrighty guys, this is all I'm gonna do for eyeshadow, so I'm gonna hop off, finish the rest of the face, and then I'll come show you when it's complete. Alrighty guys, we are back with the completed look, so let's go ahead and hop into how I finished it off. I love the eyes, but do I hate the skin? Yeah. So I went in with my Unearthly Cosmetics Satin Sorcery Primer. This one works well with foundations that I already know I like, it seems like. But this CoverGirl Blurring Skin Tint is awful. I did also go in with a liquid blush. This is from Beauty Creations and it's Unforgettable Night. I also went in with my Moonslicebeauty Highlight Stick in Girlypop. I did go in with my Wet n Wild Loose Setting Powder in Translucent. And then what did I do? I did go in with a glowy blush. This is from Unearthly Cosmetics. It's the Spring Magic Blush Palette. And I went in with this one here. It's called Crystal. For my lips, I did something nice and simple. I just went in with my ColourPop Lippy Pencil. This one is in Bumble because it's so tiny. I've been really prioritized using it so that it can go into my empties. And then I just topped it with one of my Gourmand Girl glosses. This one is from the Trapped collection and it's Southern Beauty. To finish off my eyes, I went in with my ColourPop Cream Gel Liner. This one is in Amethyst Hour. I went in with my navy mascara from Zisa Cosmetics. I think I did this in look number 1. Actually, a lot of these products are also from look number 1. And then I did go in with my eyebrow designer from Essence in Brown 02. It's my only brow product. I did also go in with a Glitterly Obsessed from ColourPop. This one was from their Sailor Moon collection. And this one is in the shade Moon Prism Power. For my lashes, they're just off Amazon, and my gems are also just off Amazon. I attached all of those with my Duo Lash Glue, and that is everything I used to finish off the look. So let's go ahead and zoom out and finish up the video. Alrighty guys, I hope you enjoyed the looks I created playing with the Ladybug Glow Floresta Inverno palette. I had so much fun playing with this palette. I really enjoy this color story and just how fun it is. It's definitely a lot of deep tones, but I like that they brought in a pastel shade, and then this one, it can be very deep and dark, which was surprising. I thought it'd be a little bit lighter. But it does work really well. I love all the shades in here. Everything performed really beautifully, and I had so much fun playing with this palette. I think look number 1 out of these two was my favorite, but definitely let me know down below if you had a favorite, and let me know if you've tried Ladybug Glow since they have done their reformulation and just their comeback as a whole. I am so excited to try more Ladybug Glow products in the future. I'm so excited to have built a connection with the brand owner. Yeah, I will also remind you guys that if you do decide to shop Ladybug Glow, please feel free to use my code GURU. I'll pop it up one more time on the screen here. No pressure as it is affiliated, but it does save you 10% when shopping on their Etsy and website. With all that said, guys, if you do want to see more content from me, I do post about twice a week. Feel free to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And with all that said, guys, I will catch you in my next one.